द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथ्वीपते सुभद्रश्च महाबाहुः शंखां दध्यमु पृथक पृथक. Hello friends. Friends, this shlok is the 18th shlok of the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in today's video we are going to be understanding this shlok in detail. So let's first understand its meaning. So the shlok goes as Drupado Draupadeyascha, which means Drupad and the sons of Draupadi, Sarvashah Prithvipate, which means all of them are the lords of the land. Subhadrascha Mahabahu, which means son of Subhadra, who has very strong arms. Shankham Dadhyamu Prithak Prithak, which means all of them, they blew their conches differently. So we know that over here we are talking about all the warriors who are standing on the in the battlefield. They are all blowing their conches, and to conclude that this is the last part of it, where it's been mentioned that Drupad and the sons of Draupadi and the son of Subhadra, who is Abhimanyu, they all also blew their conches differently. Different people basically. So the important point to notice over here is the last two words, prithak prithak, which means different, you can say, and it has a very important meaning over here. So as we know that the shankh or the conches are representing the start of our work or start of our karma basically. So because it's talking about that, and then it's saying differently, prithak prithak, which means that everybody's conch is different, which is only a superficial understanding of it. If you understand it differently, it means that everyone's karma is different, and everyone's karma is different because everyone's dharma is different. So it's a very important message over here. Typically, you know that in the modern times we all talk about similarity, equality, and things like that. But over here, we can clearly see that in Hinduism or in Sanatan Sanskriti, this idea of equality is quite nuanced. And actually, a lot of people put blame on Hinduism, saying that it's not egalitarian. The caste system of Hinduism in itself and the laws in Hinduism, of course, are not same for everybody. And so a lot of blame has been placed on Hinduism, saying that it's not egalitarian, it treats different people differently. But that's because most of the people do not really understand Hinduism that well. That's why they make this sentence. Hinduism looks at things very differently, and you can clearly see over here, prithak prithak, different. Everybody is in a different situation. Everybody is born in a different situation. Everybody's situation itself is different. And so, based on his own situation, Hinduism says that your behavior should be according to that. And that's why it says that everybody's karma is different. And that is because everybody's dharma is different, and that is because everybody is born in a different situation. And so, everybody's behavior should be appropriate for his own situation. And this is something that in the modern times we find it very difficult to understand, because we are looking for egalitarianism, and that is because we are living in a post Marxist world. And that's why these kind of things have been put in our mind, that everyone should have the same situation, everybody should be the same, and it creates a lot of problem. I think in the modern times this is one thing which is creating a lot of problem for us. It creates a lot of division, because our leaders actually put in our mind that everybody should be acting the same way, everybody's life should be the same, but that's not how this world actually works. So this is where I think the idea of Hinduism can be of a lot of help. We human beings as such are not born the same. Somebody is tall and the other person is short, and no matter how hard everybody tries, the tall person cannot become short, or the short person cannot become tall. So this idea that has been put into our mind in the modern times, that everybody should be the same, everybody should have the same life, it's a thing which is possible, but it's not possible in a way that we are told about it. We are told that rich people, poor people, tall people, short people, fat people, thin people, all of them should have a same life, but that can never work. I mean, we have tried the communism, and we know how bad it was for the society. A lot of people got killed. That's because we are all different, and so our behavior should also be different. Our behavior should be according to the situation in which we are born in, and the only way to attain equality for us is when we grow above these differences between us. I mean, we humans have this tendency of comparing our situation with the situation of the other person. So a fat person looks at a thin person and says, "Oh, I wish I was thin." But you can try very hard to become thin, but the fact is that to be thin, a fat person has to work much more harder than the thin person, and therefore the equality is just not possible. I mean, since you're putting in more effort, that in itself makes you unequal to the other person. So that's why it's not the same. The world is not equal. We are not born in an equal situation, and the only way for us to attain equality is when we'll stop comparing, or we'll stop caring about these differences and grow over those differences, accept our situation in the way we are born in, and then behave accordingly. So that's the message that we'll get again and again in Bhagavad Gita, that you are born in a certain situation. That's your situation, and so that determines your dharma, and so your karma should be according to that. And when you do that, that is the only situation in which you can attain equality, and that's how Hinduism tries to attain equality. It says that you should not care about all these differences within ourselves. We are all one in that we are all Atma, and in that sense, we should behave, because we have done our works in the past life which have brought us into this situation, and in this situation we should then work towards improving our lives. So that's what is the message that Hinduism says, and so therefore the prithak that has been mentioned over here is giving you the same message, that we are born in different situations, and therefore our work should be different, but the goal for all of us is the same, and deep down within us we are all the same. So that's the message that we get over here. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, take care.